Okay, we're recording now. We'll go ahead and get started in about 30 seconds here. All right, so we're at time. Thanks everybody for joining us for number 6 in this series on Kundalini Yoga for Intuition and Prosperity, taught from the Temple of the Coiled Splendor, which is a mind, body, spirit fitness center here in Portland, Oregon, where we teach yoga, qigong, martial arts to help people reach their potential and create optimum lives. So tonight's class is going to be focused on cultivating the Ajna chakra and basically developing sort of a higher level form of intuition. When we talk about intuition, and the reason we're teaching this series is, as we know, we've been going through this pandemic for over a year. A lot of people are looking for clarity and guidance in terms of what's this world we're creating before us. We're going to probably have, a way of defining pre-pandemic and post-pandemic life coming up here pretty soon. And so we're basically wanting to provide people tools from Kundalini Yoga that can help them make that transition. And so the focus of this series, and we're 6 classes in, is really on cultivating intuition and prosperity so that people can have that deep inner knowing regarding how they can navigate their life, and also that they'll have the tools and the faculties to create abundance so that they can navigate it in the best way possible. So each class is independent. And tonight's theme, as I mentioned, is on cultivating the Ajna chakra, or sometimes called the third eye, the command center, the 6th chakra. And there's an interesting quote from the Bible, regardless of your religious persuasion. Matthew 6:22, the light of the body is the eye. If therefore thine eye be single, the whole body shall be full of light. And, that is a very interesting comment, because from a yogic point of view, there is a way to have a single eye. We have our 2 eyes, right? But we also have a way to bring our eye into sort of one pointedness or unity. And the yoga term for that is Ekagrata, which means one pointedness. And, it's important in yoga because one of the ways of defining yoga is union or integration, bringing the disparate parts of our selfhood together into one coherent whole. So all of the parts work together in unison towards a common goal or direction. And, in yoga, some of the metaphors they use is the nature of the mind is like a monkey that's been stung by hornets that's on the back of a galloping horse. The mind's going all over the place. And how do you actually bring all those things into coordination? So another definition of yoga is Chitti Vritti Narodha. Chitta is the stuff of consciousness, right? It's the mind stuff. Vritti is the fluctuations, the perturbations, the ups and downs, and Narodha is to stop. So another definition of yoga is Chitti Vritti Narodha. So you have union on the one hand, and you have sort of cessation. And ultimately, these are 0 and 1. They're really the same thing if you have the right point of view. So there's a lot of ways to bring about that sort of union in yoga, particularly as it relates to the eyes. There's a practice called Traktatam, where you stare at a candle flame, and you just one-pointedly stare your concentration on that one point. We do a similar thing when we focus on different chakras, and we're going to be focusing a lot on the 6th tonight. Another way to do it is to calm and still the breath. Also, mantra is a powerful tool. Anything that kind of coordinates the mind into a unity and gives it a direction. Another very common tool in yoga to cultivate that one-pointedness of the eyes is called the yantra. Have you ever seen those geometric symbols like the Sri yantra, which you find in yoga theory? It's got a little point in the middle, and the idea is that there's these overlapping triangles that kind of draw your attention in towards the center. And so all these are ways of sort of coordinating the mind and unifying it towards a common direction and giving it a focus. And I just had a call come in. I want to make sure that nobody got bounced off the call. Good, you can still see me. Good. So all these are different ways of achieving Ekagrata. And in yoga, there's, the classic Ashtanga yoga, which is not just fitness yoga. It's not just power yoga. Classic Ashtanga meaning eightfold yoga, right? And there's these different dimensions to what makes yoga. You got the yamas and niyamas, which are the do's and don'ts of yoga, kind of like how you should live your life and things you should avoid. And then you've got, what a lot of people think of as yoga, which is asana, posture. That's just one of the 8. You got pranayama, which is breath control. And these are foundational practices to kind of put your mind in a calm place. That Chitti Vritti, that fluctuation can stop, and you can bring about that union. Then you get into pratyahara, which is sense withdrawal, closing the eyes down. Oftentimes in yoga, we ask you to close the eyes down so you can go within, and so you're not constantly taking in input. We live in a sensory overload society that preys upon our lack of attention, right? Constantly pulling us outwards towards other things and not really wanting us to be internal, because when you're internal, you can't be pulled off your center. So pratyahara, those first 4 are kind of the base, but then you really get into where yoga really starts to take off. And this is where a lot of people don't realize that stuff, those first 4 things, a lot of people think that that's yoga. That's like the table stakes. Then you get into dharana, samadhi, and then I'm going to talk about samyama. I might get the term switched here, but dhyana is basically concentration, that one-point focus, like staring at a candle flame. So you do all these practices. What you're trying to do is you're trying to cultivate that ability to one point on one thing. Not that, this one thing. Hold the mind there. You do this over time, you then achieve dharana, which is meditation. You're actually meditating because you're one pointing on one thing. Then over time, that meditation attains a state of union. All the faculties are brought together in samadhi. And people talk about there being different types of samadhis. You can have realization at the 6th chakra. You can have a heart opening samadhi. You can have a realization in your lower chakras. Like there's different forms of samadhi. Now, where it gets really interesting in yoga theory is that when you bring all those 3 things together, concentration, meditation, and absorption or samadhi, you have, if all those 3 things are happening at the same time, you have what's called samyama, which means absolute absorption. That's the highest state of unitary consciousness you can attain. And it's said that when you focus on the 6th chakra and you attain samyama on the 6th chakra, that's where all of the cities, not all of them, but the psychic powers come in. Clairvoyance, clairaudience, being able to see at a distance, being able to know what's going to happen. Because the 6th chakra is the command center. It's that sort of higher knowing. And it can get covered over by illusions and distractions and other things. And so what we're really working on tonight is helping to sort of cultivate that 6th chakra. And it's also associated with the pineal and the pituitary gland. Even though these are not physical, the chakras are not physical, they do map somewhat to the glands. So we're going to be working on a Kriya tonight to cultivate the pineal and the pituitary gland to help to activate that 6th chakra. So, it's said that a problem can never be solved at the level of which it's created. And a lot of the problems we're generating in our world are really the product of lower consciousness or lower levels of attention. And then we bring up a reactive solution to it, and that just generates more karma. So by going upstream to this higher sort of 6th chakra form of intuition, hopefully we're able to sort of cultivate a higher state of consciousness that gives us a way to have better problem solving ability and to be able to navigate from an intuitive state of knowing. So that is kind of all the yoga theory we're going to go through. We're really working on this theme. As I said, the quote from the Bible, the light of the body is the eye. And if therefore thine eye be single, the whole body shall be full of light. So we're really focusing on cultivating that light and that singleness of the eye at the 6th chakra tonight. So let's go ahead and get into the class. So just a couple of notes. We're not able to monitor you, so please do the class at your own physical level. Don't hurt yourself. We always tune in with what's called Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo means I call upon the infinite wisdom beyond myself. And Guru Dev Namo means I call upon the infinite wisdom within myself. So going ahead and rubbing the hands briskly and placing the knuckles into the sternum and sit up straight. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And we'll tune in with Om Namo. Inhale. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Inhale. Inhale deeper. And pull up what's called a root lock, which is the rectum, navel, sex organs. Squeeze those lower pelvic muscles up. Concentrate your energy up the spine at that third eye point between the brows. And exhale, relax the breath. Inhale and exhale. We're gonna do some Sufi grinds now. So just begin to rotate long and full rotation along the spine. Just kind of warming up those internal organs and relaxing the mind. Eyes are closed down. Just get into a nice full rotation with the Sufi grinds. And inhale center. Exhale, and the other way. Rotating on the spine. Nice and easy. Warming things up. And inhale center. And exhale. Okay, just a quick demonstration of 2 breaths now. We're going to do a long, deep breathing between exercises to relax. So if you go ahead and put your hand on your belly and you inhale and you imagine a balloon expanding from your spine, nice and easy. And then you exhale and release that balloon back to your spine. Inhale and exhale. That's our relaxing breath. The other breath is an energizing breath. It's breath of fire. So it's the same motion, but rapidly, not from your upper chest, but from your diaphragm down here at the belly. So it's rapid like this. And don't do this if you're on your moon cycle. You can do long, deep breathing instead. Inhale, root lock, and exhale. Okay. So using that breath, we're going to come down into what's called stretch pose. So come lying down on your backs, and we're going to place the feet together. We're going to lift the feet 6 inches off the ground, and we're going to point at the toes and do that breath of fire. And if you can't do breath of fire, go ahead and do long, deep breathing and begin. More than halfway there, do your best. Last little bit now. And inhale and exhale down. Relax the breath, relax the mind. Completely relax everything. Long, deep breathing, lying on the back. Inhale and exhale. Okay, that's good. It activates the navel point. So go come sitting back up onto the knees now for another warm up. we're going to do what's called heart openers. So you're going to place the hands on the shoulders, and we're going to do what's called spinal flex. But when we do this, we're going to open the chest as if we're opening the heart up, and we're exhaling it back. So you kind of almost want to imagine you're opening the heart up to the sun. And as you exhale, release any toxins. So just nice, full, opening the heart, inhale forward, exhale back, 26 heart openers at your own pace. Really get that full range of motion. And when you're done, inhale up, open the heart, and exhale, relax the breath. And inhale the hands up. And exhale, hands sweep down along the sides, just resting on your knees. Inhale and exhale. Just feel that energy at the heart. Long, deep breathing. Okay, we're going to do another warm up now. This is a way to cut through negative energy that's in your aura field. So you're going to interlace the fingers in what's called Venus lock, and you're going to inhale the arms up to 60 degrees, and you're going to exhale as if you're cutting down through whatever's blocking you. We're going to do 26 of these, your own count. Inhale up, exhale, cut down, and imagine you're cutting through things that are limiting you, and continue. And when you're done, inhale up, pull up on that root lock, and exhale, relax the hands down to the knees. Inhale and exhale. Okay, continue with the warm-ups now into cat-cow. So go ahead and bring yourself on your mats, hands underneath your shoulders. And we're going to inhale up into cow, and you're going to exhale down into cat. So 26, inhale up into cow, exhale down into cat, and continue at your own pace. And when you're done, inhale up into cow, pull up on that root lock, and exhale down into cat. And slowly just bring the forehead to the floor, that third eye point. Let the hands come along the sides. Just rest there for a moment in baby pose. Then we'll move on to the next exercise here pretty quickly. Just rest there for a moment. Good. All right, so now our next exercise is we're going to go ahead and come up into plank. So go ahead and bring your body up into a nice straight line. Try not to, bend. And we're going to hold this position for 1 minute. So getting into a good plank position. Try to keep your body steady. Try to keep the head relaxed, the jaw relaxed. 1 minute and no breath of fire, just regular breathing, and continue. Remember to breathe. Almost there. Inhale, pull up on that root block. And exhale, release the position. Bring the forehead down to the floor. Relax the breath, long, deep breathing. Completely relax. Just be with the breath. Okay, just a couple more warm-ups now. So going ahead and bringing your body down to the floor. We're gonna reach back, gonna grab the ankles, and we're gonna do bow pose with the breath of fire. So if you can't pull yourself off the floor, just try to grab something. Ideally grab the ankles and arch up. And in that position, begin breath of fire, focusing your third eye point, and do what you can, and begin. Inhale up, pull up on that root block, arch up as much as you can. And exhale, relax the breath and the lock and the legs, turn the head to one side. Just relax there with long, deep breathing. Completely relax. And go ahead and turn over onto the back for just an intermediate relaxation. So this isn't our final relaxation, but just go ahead and come lying on the back now. Just because we've done a little work. Just lie on the back, hands to the side, head prone, long, deep breathing. And just relax there for a few moments. Completely relax the breath, relax the mind. Long, deep breathing. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and move into our set for cultivating the pituitary gland. So our first exercise in this set is we're going to do a deep lunge. So the way we do that is we're just going to go ahead and bring one foot forward, the other foot, you rest on the floor with the flat of the foot on the floor. You're going to put the hands next to your feet. You're going to arch up, and you're just going to breathe long and deep. We're going to do that for 1 minute. Then after the 1 minute mark, we're going to begin breath of fire. So the hands are by the feet. You're lunging, head up, long, deep breathing, and continue. Try to keep that knee off the floor as well, the back knee. Long, deep breathing. Focus at your third eye point as you do this. Focus between the eyebrows. And begin that rapid breath of fire. Keep that focus at the third eye. Inhale, deeper, pull up on that root lock, rectum, navel, sex organs. And exhale, relax the breath, lower the knee. Then you want to take that foot, you want to bring it into pigeon. Slowly lower the head to the floor till the third eye is touching the floor. Bring the forehead down and just relax the breath, long, deep breathing with your forehead on the floor. Completely relax the breath. This is a relaxation now. Long, deep breathing. Focus at that third eye point as you breathe. We're cultivating that pituitary gland with this exercise. And inhale and exhale. And gently support your knee. Release the pressure on that front leg. Go ahead and shake out the legs if you need to, so that you don't tweak your thighs. And now we're going to do exactly the same thing, but on the other leg. So go ahead and bring the other leg forward, right to the same position you had the other hand. And then you're going to come up on to that rear leg in a lunge. Stare up, focus at your third eye point. Just begin long, deep breathing. Keep that third eye focus. And begin that rapid breath of fire. And inhale, root lock. And exhale, relax that knee down and bring the other foot in gently to pigeon. Just comes in front of you. Lower the forehead to the floor. Focus at the third eye point. Touch the forehead down. Long, deep breathing in that forward pigeon position. Relax the breath, relax the mind. Just connect to the earth through the third eye. And just be. And inhale and exhale. Okay, gently now, come standing up. And we're just going to do a forward bend. So interlocking the thumbs, the legs are about shoulder width apart. You're going to inhale back, and then you're going to exhale down. And actually just put the hands in front of the feet. Just do a nice forward bend with long, deep breathing. That's all we're doing, just holding this position for 2 minutes with long, deep breathing. And continue to breathe. You want to make sure you're getting a stretch in too. So get comfortable here, breathe long and deep. Try to perfect the position and just be. If you find it's too easy, then go a little lower. Continue to breathe. Don't clench your stomach. You want to have a nice relaxed breath as you do this. Long, deep breathing. And inhale. Exhale, pull down, pull on that root block. And inhale, exhale, inhale, and slowly come rising gently up. Bend those knees slightly. And standing up vertically. And good. And inhale and exhale. Okay, I have to squat down a little bit to show you. So imagine that I'm standing. So I can be in the camera. Imagine I'm standing. We're going to take the fingers and we're going to put them in the pads of our palms. We're going to be in that standing position. We're going to raise the fingers up to 60 degrees. The thumbs are pointed up, and we're going to imagine an arc of blue light between the thumbs. And in that position, with my arms up while I'm standing, we're going to do that breath of fire act exercise. So go ahead and get yourself ready for that. And I'll come standing up. Hands up at 60 and begin breath of fire. Eyes closed down, focus at your third eye point. Building that pineal and that pituitary gland. Almost there, last bit. Keep that breath of fire going. And inhale deeper, pull up on that root lock and bring the thumbs together over the head, stretch up. And exhale, gently release the hands down, release the lock, and just rest the hands on the thighs, eyes closed down. Inhale and exhale, and just feel your energy body and keep the eye focused at the third eye point. And just feel your energy body with long, deep breathing. And good. Okay, our next exercise, we're going to come up into triangle pose or downward dog. So hands underneath the shoulders. You want the head to be between the hands. You want to make yourself into a nice triangle there. And you want to get comfortable putting some pressure on those heels. And you want to have a good structure. And we're going to hold this for 2 minutes with long, deep breathing. So coming into a good triangle pose, relax the head, relax the neck, and just breathe long and deep. Just get comfortable here. We'll just be here for 2 minutes with a natural breath. Completely relax the mind, relax the breath, and just be. Continue to breathe. And inhale, pull up on that root lock. And exhale, gently release the breath and the lock, and let the knees come down gently to the floor. Just rest the forehead forward. Arms can stay forward in baby pose. Long, deep breathing. Completely relax. And then go ahead and let yourself come lying fully on your stomach. And just rest the hands underneath your shoulders. And just relax here for a moment with long, deep breathing. Fully prone. And inhale and exhale. Now we're going to place the hands underneath the shoulders. We're going to come up into cobra pose. So go ahead and arching up into cobra pose, eyes rolled up, looking at the third eye point, and just hold that position with long, deep breathing. So come up into cobra, long, deep breathing, and just be there for a moment. Get relaxed, focus on that third eye point, and just relax. Now continue holding the posture. Begin to inhale left with your head. Exhale right. So inhale, turning the head to the left. Exhale, turning the head to the right. But keep yourself in that cobra position. Slow, fluid movement. Focus at the third eye point. Inhale, center. Pull up on that root lock. Focus at the third eye point. Exhale, relax the breath in the lock. Stay up though. Inhale. Inhale deeper. Pull up on that root lock. Focus at the third eye point. Exhale, relax the lock. One more time. Inhale. Inhale deeper. Pull up on that lock. Focus at the third eye point. And exhale, relax the breath in the lock and slowly reverse the pressure on the spine. And coming back into rock or baby pose, forehead comes to the floor. You can have the hands to the side or in front, whatever works for you. Long, deep breathing. But just relax. Completely relax the breath, relax the mind, and just be. Just a couple more exercises now. Long, deep breathing. All right, second to last exercise. I like this one a lot. It's very devotional. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to have our forehead on the floor and the hands by the shoulders. And as we inhale up, We're going to come up on our knees and open the hands and the chest to the heavens as if we're embracing the universe in all of its glory. Then we're going to exhale back down. The knees and the head comes back down to the floor. So it's as if you're opening up in exaltation to the universe, opening your heart, your consciousness to infinity, opening that third eye, and you're exhaling back down to the floor. So we're going to do that for 2 minutes. It's a pretty nice exercise. Inhaling up, exhaling down, and continuing now. Really imagine as you inhale, you're opening yourself to the universe, and you ground it down to the earth on the exhale with the third eye. Doesn't have to be fast, but it should be full. Do the full exercise. Open yourself up. So often we live in our little heads, and this is a chance to get outside of our heads. Open yourselves to the heavens. And last one, inhale up. And exhale down. And now, go ahead and clasp the hands behind the back in Venus lock. And if you can't lift the hands off the ground, great. I can't really, but it doesn't matter. Just try to bring a little bit of upward pull pressure with the arms and focus at that third eye point. And just breathe nice and easy from that third eye. This is our last physical exercise. So keep that third eye on the floor and just breathe. You're just consolidating everything we've done. This is all about activating the Ajna chakra. So just focus the breath at the third eye point. Long, deep breathing. Just be. Continue that long breath from the third eye, connected to the earth. And inhale. pull from that root lock. And exhale, relax the breath and the lock in the hands. You can slowly release the legs now and come lying on the back for a relaxation. Done a lot of good work. So come lying prone, heels together, hands at the side. Inhale and exhale, completely long, deep breathing. You've done a lot to cultivate that pituitary gland and activate the third eye chakra, the sixth chakra. So inhale and exhale, completely relax the mind, relax the breath, long, deep breathing, and just be. Completely relax, you earned it. Empty the mind, relax the breath. And slowly beginning to bring the mind back. Go ahead and twinkle the fingers and toes. And stretch the body in a full line, stretching the hands behind the head and the feet as far as you can. Then rotate the ankles and wrists in one direction, the other way. Then rub the hands and feet together. And then bring one knee across the chest. The head and the arm goes the other way for cat stretch. And release that knee. Bring the other knee in across the chest. Stretch the other direction. Release the knee. Wrap the hands around the knees, both together, rocking on the spine. And gently come sitting up. Okay, so we're gonna end with the final meditation, but we usually do a little pranayama, which is breath work to kind of calm the mind after a Kriya. The Kriya is good for calming the mind, but this kind of balances all the vayus, all the airs within your consciousness. So we've done this one consistently throughout, and I kind of like to stick with it because it's a really good balancing meditation. So it's a simple alternate nostril breath. So what we do is we're going to block off the left nostril, which is the lunar nostril, and to a count of 4, we're going to inhale. Then we're going to block both nostrils. We're going to hold the breath inside for a count of 16. Then we're going to block off the left and exhale to the right to a count of 8. Then we're going to once again inhale to the right nostril, the solar nostril, for a count of 4. Block off both for a count of 16. Hold. Exhale for a count of 8. So we're going to end up inhaling left 3 times, inhaling right. So we're going to do 6 altogether. And so inhale 4, hold 16, exhale 8, then reverse. 3 and 3. Starting now. And release. Inhale. And exhale. And just feel that balanced consciousness with long, deep breathing, eyes slightly closed down, focus at the third eye point, and just feel how different you feel from the beginning of the class. Relaxed breath, relaxed mind, relaxed consciousness, one point of consciousness. And inhale and exhale. Okay, we're going to end with one of the 4 powerful practices in Kundalini Yoga. It said that there's 4 most distinct practices that kind of set this form of yoga apart from other forms of yoga, in addition to some other things. But one of them is Sat Kriya, which we've done, where we hug the ear and we say Sat Nam. Another is called Kirtan Kriya. Got to make sure that my power stays on. I think I'm still there. Kirtan Kriya, which is the first, we did that at the beginning of the class. The next is Trishula Kriya, which we did last class. And this final one is called Sudarshan Chakra Kriya. So Sudarshan Chakra, if you've ever read the Mahabharata or you know anything about Krishna, Krishna is a beautiful god. He's kind of a playboy, but he's also a warrior. And he has a circle. It's razor sharp. And when he throws that circle, it's a weapon. And so, you know, in the Vedas, the gods, the devas, go into battle against the demons, the asuras, and they fight them. And so the Sudarshan Chakra, chakra means wheel. This is thought to cut through the demons. So this is the Kriya to cut through the shadows, to cut through the demons of your consciousness that are buried in the subconscious. It's super powerful. And the way it's done is we're going to inhale with that left nostril, but we're going to keep the breath held in, and we're going to chant the internal mantra. That mantra is Waheguru. Waheguru means I celebrate that which moves from darkness to light, that amazing consciousness that moves us from darkness to light, like the sunlight or the Big Bang, let there be light, that which brings light. So we're going to chant that mantra, Waheguru, but we're going to chant it by pumping the navel. So let me sort of explain how this works. You're going to inhale, you're going to chant that navel, Waheguru. The only chant Guru is one pump. Wa is a pump, He is a pump, Guru is a pump. So here's where it's challenging. You're going to do that 16 times on one breath. So you're going to inhale, and you're going to be Wa He Guru, Wa He Guru, Wa He Guru, Wa He Guru. 16 times. I usually keep track of it on my fingers. Like one finger, I'll do 4. The other finger, I'll count 4. The other 4, the other 4, till I get to my 16. You might have a hard time holding your breath, but do your best. So we're going to start this internal mantra. This is an internal mantra. You're not chanting. You're chanting that Waheguru, pumping the navel 16 times, Waheguru, and exhale the breath. We start the cycle over. So let's see what we can do. We're going to try to do this for let's just try for 7 minutes this time. I know I was going to do 11, but let's just do 7. And let's begin. The thing I mentioned, I forgot to say, is keep your eyes closed down 9/10. Focus a point on the floor, but mostly the eyes are closed. You don't close them completely. And inhale. Inhale deeper. Pull up on that root lock. Focus at your third eye point. And exhale, relax the breath and the lock. And just feel the single eye we've cultivated and the light that's filled your body with the practice of the pituitary, pineal, ajna chakra activation, the pranayama, the asana, creating that absorption of consciousness into that single unitary focus that opens the clarity of intuition. Just feel that centeredness and that poise. And inhale and exhale. Awesome. So we're going to go ahead and close out the class. One note is that any of these meditations or kriyas that are chosen, if they're picked and they're applied for 30 days or 40 days, if you can do any of them 11 to 31 minutes, you'll see a powerful effect. We've kind of skipped through lots of things during this class, and that's fine. But if something really resonates with you, you want to commit, you want to dig your teeth in, then you'll see some great experiences if you do that. So we end with a song. So go ahead and rub the hands briskly. Place the knuckles here in the center of the chest. Inhale deeply. Exhale. And we'll tune out if you know it. Sing along. If not, you'll learn it. Inhale. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide your way on. No. Thanks for coming. And until next time.